Whoa, 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 whoa. Howdy, this is functional horsemanship. What I'm out doing today is tracking somebody walking through the desert. I've got a call from some friends of mine, apparently watching some TV show called Mantracking. I don't get that channel. I have to kind of look into that. I kind of like to see what he's doing, but they've asked me to do some video on Mantracking. You know, it take a long time to explain what we normally do, but what I'm looking for when I'm out is I'll cut sign, because every time something moves in the desert, where it's a rabbit or quail or even an individual, he's going to leave some disturbance on the ground. I'm going to look for a flattening. I'm going to look for some disturbance, some regularity, that a pattern of his sole or something he may be dragging, or even a color change. And I'm tracking one individual here. He's got an interrupted heel, not necessarily a riding heel, but he's got an interrupted heel. A lot of people riding or walk in flat-soled boots if they're got sneakers or running shoes on. When you're in the soft sand here, back up. I'm looking at this print right here, have a good print on his heel, and I remember that so I could find that individual again. You know, I can tell that he's moving forward. This whole disturbance here is called a pressure release. Because he's in the soft sand and he is moving in a non-lackadaisical approach, he was actually walking fairly quick as he left this wave in this soft dirt, and that caused from the pressure of his undercut heel or interrupted heel and moving forward. Here at the beginning of his toe, you see a little bit of dirt right up in here. This is called toe dirt. That'll be an indication that he's walking forward. When people try to walk backwards, throw you off, there'll be an absence of toe dirt, and there'll be some heel dirt back here. That dirt gets a disturbance as they move it forward. So I'm looking at this print here, follow the next one up. This right here, this pressure release, is actually called a twist. It's the same print, and he actually put his foot down, moved it a little bit, twisted it. That's why there looks to be two impressions here. And because he had his weight back on his heel, there's not too much of an impression on the toe there. The distance between the toe of, say, his right step here, which is a right step, and the heel of his left step, that's called a stride. You can take a stick, a tracking stick, like a 36-inch piece of 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch dowel. You can measure that. So if you ever start tracking him in some hard ground and you lose that print, or it's not evident where he stepped next, you can take that, measure that stride, and figure out where he stepped. Again, that's called stride length. So I'm looking at the pressure release here, soft sand, and he pushed off pretty hard. Took a step here, twisted, he stepped forward there, actually turned around and walked backwards a couple feet. You can see his heel dirt right here from putting pressure on that heel and pushing off on it as he turned around. And I hope this is interesting to you. I've been tracking pretty much all my life. I've had some of the best people in the country teach me. I wish I could be a better student at it, but when you're out in the trail next time, when you're cutting sign, whether it's a rabbit or quail or a human or another horse or whatnot, take a look at the sign, see what you can figure out. It's all just common sense. Functional horsemanship.